Buenas Noches, Pepperdine. Thank you for joining us on this extremely warm and moist night. My name is Armando Yi.
And I'm Bita Eschia, and you're watching Buenas Noches, Pepperdine, Season 2.5.
Yes, you are.
Wasting no time this season on Buenas Noches, Pepperdine, we move forward with these breaking news stories. As you may or may not know, the Pepperdine University Brotherhood of Sisters recently had a mass release of bids. While some young, susceptible, and vulnerable females rejoiced, others were completely obliterated. Coincidentally, the recently established AA chapter reported a dramatic spike in interest. Coincidence? Absolutely, this is a dry campus.
We can't forget that, Bita. Very important. But on a more serious note, there was a gun scare. Honestly, on a cold September eve, one prepubescent gentleman was spotted frolicking in the row parking lot, flashing what was presumed to be a loaded weapon. A student made a quick phone call to the sheriffs, who came and detained the suspect, who succumbed to complete and absolute submission. After hours of interrogation, the male delinquent was released, and authorities deemed the gun quote-unquote harmless. He was released back into the wild, but this should teach you, all you co-eds, a lesson. Guns aren't toys, even if they are.
On the topic of artillery, students have reported driving around the Pepperdine campus for multiple hours in an attempt to find parking. The scarcity of slots at Pepperdine University is so great, students have reported taking drastic measures. One anonymous student had to say, "Sometimes I'm so desperate to park, Big Wonka, I put him in reserved slots, super tight slots, and even handicap slots." One student reported that after circulating the school multiple times, he suffered from a severe case of vertigo and crashed into a member of the Pepperdine transit fleet.
I think her airbag went off.
My gosh, the scarcity of slots is a huge problem at Pepperdine University. But in some not-so-breaking news, the Howard 8 White Center, whose street name is The Hawk, went through quite the rejuvenation. Special reported and reliable reporter Alvin Chang has the complete story on The Hawk.
Hey guys, I'm Alvin Chang for Buenas Noches, Pepperdine, and I'm outside The Hawk right now, to give a tour for you guys, because apparently it's been remodeled, which I actually don't know about because I haven't stepped inside there. But we're gonna find out today, so let's go. Ooh, look at this, guys. The stairs, they've remodeled it. Look at this, made of glass. Good to see all of our Pepperdine money being put to great use. So word on the street goes, this thing's made of sugar canes and puppies and stuff, so I'm gonna lick it to see if they're telling the truth. No, they lied. No. Oof, tastes better. Yeah, that was bad. Ugh. Okay, hi. I was just wondering, so what's your job like in front of the front desk over here? Is it great, fantastic, outstanding?
It's great.
Really? Oh my god, that is awkward. Okay, let's just keep moving. Okay, so here we are right outside the bathrooms. Apparently, they've also been remodeled. I wouldn't know, so I'm just gonna go check it out because I have to.
What the hell? Get out of here!
Oh my god! Wrong bathroom. Oh god. This isn't what it looks like. I'm so sorry you have to see this. Oh god. The Hawk has new couches. I want this couch. Come on, camera guy. Come here. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, pulled something. Ow. Okay. So, we're right outside the to be named later portion of the Hawk right now. I don't know why they haven't thought of a name for it yet. Kind of shady, but anyway, let's go see what's inside here. Like, honestly. Oh my god. Heart attack inducing candy. I want it. Oh yes. That's what I want. Oh, is it good? Man, good thing I have your card on me, isn't it? What? Oh, ooh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Cut it. And that's the end of the tour, guys. If you want to be helpful, help us figure out a name for the to be named later part of the Hawk. And remember, guys, Use condiments safely.
Words of advice from Alvin Cheng. Great report. I personally think it should be named the Alvin Cheng Center just for that fantastic report. But now we slip into a classic segment called the Graphic Content segment here on Buenas, Noches, Pepperdine Season 2.5. On this segment, we discuss content directly from our very own graphic. Guys, let's not waste any time. Let's move into the DPS reports. The first one, here it is at the TCC. 4 female students reported feeling uncomfortable because a visitor was asking them repeated questions. Public safety officers responded and escorted the individual off campus just for some questions. Actually, we have a reporter down there right now live. Let's go down to the TCC.
Thank you, Armando. Reporting live, I'm Katie Koroniki with Buenas Noches, Pepperdine. I'm here live on the scene where 4 young girls were said to be violated when a young black man stared at them. One girl, completely distraught, ran straight to the Pepperdine Counseling Center. Now, ladies, can you tell me what exactly happened?
Well, we were just sitting at the picnic benches getting a tan, and we look up and we see this black guy staring at us. Just staring. This black guy.
Yeah.
In Malibu, you know? So, yeah, he was obviously up to something.
Yeah.
So we called DPS and we were scared. So.
All right, well, we have the culprit on hand. Now, young sir, can you tell me what you were thinking as this was all unraveling?
Whatever. I mean, I liked her shoes.
Well, there you have it. He liked her shoes. Reporting live, I'm Katie Koroniki. Back to you, Armando.
Beta, I don't know if this happens in Iran where you're from, but you know, he could have been black, Chinese, whatever. How does this make you feel? What would you have done?
I think that that's not okay at all. Someone comes up to me asking me questions, I call the police right away.
Gee, even if they're just asking you where is the Applebee Center?
That's how they get you. No, they come up asking you a bunch of random questions, and then the next thing you know, they're shoving you in their car and just driving away.
And D-Star, what a coincidence that the suspect was right there at hand. You know, what are the odds of that? They caught him right there.
I guess you would say they caught him black-handed.
What do you mean?
Meaning, it's just what it is. When you get blacklisted by when you're the communist or actually the Hollywood.
Similar to a casino style, they see him, they catch him right there on camera.
Book, same thing.
Let's move on to the second DPS report so we can get Arian in here into the panel. Straight incident was called indecent exposure, my friends. Public safety officers responded to a visitor urinating on a hillside near a balcony where, listen to this, a family with 2 small children were eating dinner. 2 small children and dinner at the same time. The visitor was escorted off campus. I don't know if they did it while he was urinating, after, during the dinner. But let's take a look at the footage that I think BMP was able to catch right there.
Oh, gee, I gotta pee.
You need to work out more.
I'm sorry.
You're flabby. Like, seriously, is this your shirt or your fat? It's disgusting.
I'm so sorry, honey.
Like, you need to stop eating cookies.
I will try.
What the? Ew! What the?
Arian, straight from Arizona, you just got off the vehicle right now. What do you make of this DPS report?
You know, I feel like if you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, nature calls. He was in nature. I mean, what do you expect?
Are you telling us, Arian, that if given that same situation, you would do that abominable act?
Well, I'd probably hide behind a tree. But
Somewhat that he didn't do. Beta, does this happen in Iran?
No. They make bathrooms for a reason. That does not happen. If you have to go, you hold it until you get to a bathroom.
But what about infections, Beta? That's my response.
Too bad. Hold it.
D-Star, do you have any experience?
I have a UTI right now, and I have to go. I gotta go.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Moving on to the DPS report number 3. Incident was called animal control. Here it is on September 7th, 2011. Public safety officers responded to a report of a large dog roaming the campus and barking at students. Officers were unfortunately unable to detain the dog, and animal control was actually called. I don't know if we actually do. We have footage of this, D-Star, maybe you know?
I think we do. I think we spotted the dogs, and we called the animal control as fast as we could.
We did what DPS couldn't do. Let's take a look at the footage. D-Star, what do you make of this? I'm surprised DPS was unable to detain that large dog, that barking, very mischievous, macabre dog. What do you make of this?
It was a big dog, and as you can see, the gentleman that was in that video got mauled, and I'm surprised DPS didn't have a body bag.
And animal control had to come. Aaron?
I don't know. I feel like DPS should have been more on top of that than they were, but I gotta say, those were some cute dogs, even though they were vicious.
Yes, they were, and this happened, by the way, guys, if you do see the dog, there's a very specific Lover Seaver Apartments A block, very specific, so they knew exactly where the dog was, they just couldn't catch it. Finally, guys, the last one of the night here. Incident was suspicious person. Here we go. A suspicious person was reported walking through buildings wearing a trench coat and a gas mask. A trench coat and a gas mask. The individual was identified as a professor's son and stated that he wore the mask just to solicit some sort of reaction. I think we, just by accident, may have gotten this one too. Let's take a look at this guy in a mask. Here it is. Oh, already very frightening stuff. Beta, was that you in the trench coat and gas mask?
No. Why would you assume that it was Beta?
Just making sure that he was.
Why? Because I'm from Iran, you assume that I'm walking around.
No, they actually identified it as a professor's son. This was actually a faculty member's son.
Then why would you assume if she's a female that it was her?
I was just trying to throw her for a loop right there. I'm sorry, Beta. But, Arian, what do you make of this?
You know, I think that he just really needs some attention. He's probably just not getting enough attention at home. He's a professor's son. I mean, that's got to count for something.
And I don't know, where did he get the trench coat and the gas mask? It's like he's preparing for some sort of Mexican invasion. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, I don't know why you'd throw the Mexicans under the bus. It's very interesting that you would do that.
Yes, it is.
Maybe it was Bobby Black.
Maybe it was Bobby Black. Who knows? We'll never find out who that faculty member is. But after the break, we're going to take a quick PSA break. Soccer superstar Mrs. Guajardo will be right here, full color in studio. We'll be right back after this break.
And welcome back to Balls and Holes Sports. This is Dick Starr. I'm here with my compatriot Armando Year on Buenas Noches, season 2.5, episode 1.5. Ayi, how are you doing?
Buenas Noches, extremely well. A little fatigued, but that's all right. Anisa is in the studio.
Anisa, and welcome to the studio, Anisa. If you're not familiar, Anisa plays on the women's soccer team, the undefeated women's soccer team. Anisa, would you like to let the people know what position you play, what 2 inches means on the back of your shirt, stuff like that?
I am a forward. And the 2 inches on the back of my shirt is a team thing. Can't really explain it to anybody.
Interesting. Anisa, you guys are ready and set up for an amazing season. But before we get into that, let me ask you this. How many red cards, Anisa, have you gotten so far?
Gone a total of 0 red cards.
Oh, impressive.
Ooh. Proud of it.
That's less than IE, and Armando's never played a real soccer game in his life, right, Armando?
Well, I usually get red cards in other fields other than soccer, but that's a different story, D-Star.
Interesting. Maybe green cards as well?
And green cards, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, Anisa, another question for you. You're being from Fresno. You guys tied Fresno State in your last game, and I heard the game went into overtime. How does that make you feel? Did you play against some old friends back from home? Do you even care? Do you have any feelings about that game, or are you already looking past it?
I'm not quite sure how far this broadcast goes. I don't know if it goes to Fresno, so I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. But
smart move.
Yeah, it was a good time going home. But
Anisa, regressing a little bit from soccer, we hear that the life of an athlete is one of the most difficult lives out there. Can you tell us a little bit about your daily routine? What time do you wake up? When do you shower? Stuff like that.
Sure. Let's see. Waking up around 6:30, see the sunrise every morning. Can't complain.
Wow.
Yeah, and then seeing 2 hours later people go to their first class. It's fantastic.
That is beautiful.
That's brutal.
That's about 5 hours earlier than I wake up daily. Anisa, one question for you. I know you watched a lot of World Cup, even though you told me you only watched 2 games. How would you feel if we could hook it up where you guys play the North Korean women's soccer team, knowingly that they have 5 women on steroids?
Ooh.
I actually didn't know that fact until you told me it yesterday.
I know. How would it make you feel?
How would it make me feel? Aren't they still short? and scrawny.
But they're on steroids and they all have bowl cuts.
I know it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, but Anisa, regressing from soccer yet again, let me give you the scenario. You're on a field, there's one ball, there's one goal. What do you do?
What kind of ball is it?
Ah, great question. Very tricky. I'm going to go with golf ball.
And the goal?
Standard.
Standard goal. And what do you want me to do with the ball and the goal?
Yes, it is. Great answer.
Thank you.
Yeah. And one last question, Anisa, before you go. It looks like we're getting the rap cue very early from our director, Maeve Majali, back there. We heard your teammate Mariah is actually getting married soon. Anisa, say you were invited to the wedding and you can only bring one or the other, your mom or your dad. And then also one other thing you could bring with you, only one or the other, your car or your clothes. What are you bringing?
Is that a legitimate question?
It's a legitimate question.
I'm
it's
honestly,
either you're walking to the wedding or you're...
I'll walk to the wedding.
Ooh, as a true athlete indeed. We like it.
Anisa, thank you for your time. You know, it's been very nice to get you, and I know you're an avid bowler. She's got the bowling league tonight, so we're going to let her go.
Best of luck.
And when we get back, we're going to get more to Buenas Noches after these PSAs.
Fascinating interview with Anisa Gujardo. I can't wait to see her see her kick some balls around. Honestly, on the soccer field. What do you make of that? All right.
I was feeling good.
And on the topic of soccer, let's talk a little bit about vehicles. Bita, what do you see when you're driving around somewhere? It's a lot of somewhat luxury cars, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, around on the campus. Yeah, definitely.
And
see lots of nice cars.
They're
nice.
Yeah.
They're nice.
But what about when you don't see a not so nice car? That's the main question.
I have to say I look the other way.
Oh, well, that is a shame. Our reporter, Matt Maxwell, went behind the scenes of one very interesting vehicle. Let's take a look at a very intriguing car. Matt Maxwell, here he is.
And Buenas Noches, Pepperdine. My name is Matthew Maxwell, and I would like to introduce you into what I would like to call one of the rarest of finds. You think that Pepperdine actually has a lot of luxury cars, and you're right, but this one takes the cake. Let me introduce you to 1999 Pontiac Bonneville. As you can see here, you got a lovely, I think what would be best described as a dirt and grime look. Not like those really bad chrome or gold plates that you see that spin and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jay-Z, your wheels ain't cool no more. This is fly. I'm just going to leave it at that. This owner actually did something even more interesting with the other wheels. And as you can see here, we got ourselves this lovely, what looks like brown stripes. I think it looks like similar to that of cowhide. And then, of course, my personal favorite part out of this whole entire car, if the cameraman can be so kind as to try and be able to get this, is the front part right here. And what I like to call it, I call it the Michael Jackson design, basically stripping it down to its bare essentials. You know, there's no cartilage, no fluff. It's the real deal right here. You can see the literal skeleton of this beauty, and that is what makes it so amazing. This man is really, truly the man and the legend. So much so that he is only known by one name. So, Farber, I must know, how did you find this gem? I don't know, like, did God come down and say, here is your gift, and just ride it? What happened?
When I got the vehicle, it was actually fairly standard. It still had all that twist, the bumper and things of sorts. I've done most of the work myself, along with the help of people hitting me in the canyon and causing me to spin out. The car accelerated into hitting me and continued accelerating after hitting me, so they were well on their way by the time I finished spinning out.
And that's what we would like to call a random act of kindness. Fret not, there will be many more lovely stories of lovely cars in the future. Live outside of the wonderful property known as the Stinkies, this is Matthew Maxwell, and Buenos Noches, Pepperdine.
Maxwell, what a great report. And on a little known fact is that car could not move. We tried to move it, it couldn't move, it refused to move. But Starr, would you ever drive something like that? I think it would get the ladies. I actually do.
Honestly, I think it would get the attention. I think in South Dakota, it's actually a step up above walking or riding camels over there.
Arian, if you saw a guy driving that, what would you feel?
You know, I'd say at least he has a car. My last boyfriends didn't have any, so.
Ooh. Oh, and that is a problem. I know you like to get off campus, do some stuff. Right?
Get a little ride in on the wheels.
I'd rather stay on campus.
You'd rather than drive on that thing? So,
Yeah.
So if a guy came to you, Beta, and he rolled up in that car, no wheels, no rims, nothing, what would you do? What would you say to him?
I just look at him like, are you kidding me? Drive away now.
Oh,
Are you telling me? Because I have that same exact vehicle.
Oh, but it moves. Yours moves.
It only moves with a little push from Bobby Black.
Speaking of Beta, we went behind the scenes in the freshman dorms for something we like to call cribs. Buenas Noches Pepperdine style, though. Jessica White has the full, complete, and very juicy story. Here's Cribs.
Juicy.
Buenas Noches, Pepperdine. Welcome to Cribs Freshman Dorm Edition. I'm Jessica White here with Brett Witham, and we're just kind of checking out his crib today. How you doing today, Brett?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good. So tell us a little about yourself. Are you, what kind of major are you?
I'm a business administration major.
Okay, so does that affect your living space at all?
Not at all.
Are you planning on going on abroad?
I am, yeah, for sure.
Where?
I'm trying to narrow it down between Lausanne and Heidelberg.
Okay, I'd go with the Heidelberg.
Heidelberg?
Do you know any German?
No.
Have you seen German ladies?
None.
9.
This is Brandon Steph. This is his Longhorn. He's from Texas. He's a big Texas fan. The Rangers, that's him. Chargers, this is me. This is me right here. I'm from San Diego. I'm a huge Phillip Rivers fan.
Okay, so now how many men do you think you can fit into this room?
Men. The most men we fit in is the whole suite. So however many that is, probably 8, 9. That's...
Were they, I mean, they're obviously shirtless, because guys walk around their dorm shirtless, right?
Always shirtless, always shirtless.
Okay, that's what I thought. So you fit 8 shirtless guys in here, and do you add females to that mix, or is it just guys?
Last time we added females, it was 30 people.
Okay.
So, on the bunk beds, in the chair, even some up here even, you know, we like to use our space wisely.
You like to stash the girls wherever you can?
Yeah.
Do you sleep on top or on bottom?
Bottom.
So you're a bottom man. Okay, good to know. Do you like to dominate the bed in general?
I like to get out, spread out for sure.
You like to
I like to use my space, yeah.
You like to use your space?
Definitely.
That's good
Definitely.
to know. Okay. Anyways, so do you want to kind of test this out for me? Show me how it works?
Sure, yeah.
Want to get in there for me?
My leg is usually off the bed like this. It's nice. It's nice.
So you are a spread out man.
For sure.
Okay. Any other positions that you like to sleep in?
Nothing in particular, no. As long as I'm comfy, I'm good to go.
Do you like to play dress up?
Every Sunday. Every Sunday when the Chargers are on, that's what I'm wearing.
Okay, so is this all you're wearing?
For sure. For sure.
Nothing underneath at all?
Nothing else.
Any pants?
No pants.
And you're sitting eating your pizza rolls?
Usually.
What size are you? Let's find that out first. Let's see. Do you have a big boy or...
What a report from Jessica White. She was really asking the most riveting questions that we all want to know. Right, Arian?
Yeah, I wanted to know all that information.
Unbelievable. I mean, big boy?
What does that mean, the big boy?
I don't know, but I'm just going to ask Jessica White after this interview.
Beta, getting back to you, if you saw that dorm, would you like to join that gathering, if you will?
That would be a nice gathering. Yes, I'd like to.
Oh, very interesting. Well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. That does it for our broadcast tonight. From everybody here at Buenas Noches Pepperdine.
Buenas noches. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, and we'll see you in
Buenas
2
noches.
weeks. Buenas noches.